Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jen. I ain't seen you in a minute. Good morning. Everything okay? Y'all, it's so many scratches on these glasses. I need to go have them buffed out, baby, because a nigga can't see. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, y'all, that I had to delete. Well, I didn't delete it. I made it private because there was some personal information of my daughters that was revealed. And I figured it was when we was doing the class, but I made that private until I can cut that part off. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, TT baby. Good morning. Y'all up making breakfast for the kids? Mm-hmm. Is y'all up making breakfast for the children? No or yes? Yes or no? What y'all doing? Do I got these messages on? No, that's why. I went to see my son in Colorado. He's getting deployed. Oh no. Did you give him some oil? Good morning, sister. Good morning, auntie. Did you give him some oil? Forcing myself to get up. Listen, that part. Okay, good job, sister. Good morning, T. You said no, it's the weekend. They better get some cereal. That part. That part. I believe in self-sufficiency. Yes, good catch on the video to protect your privacy. Yeah. No grandbaby is at home with her parents. I'm having me some good old cup of coffee with some Auntie Karen sugar, and he is. Hello. It was a good class, though. I'm sad about that. We ain't had a class like that in a long while. It did feel like one of our first classes. Good morning. Good morning, Good morning to Shannon. Good morning. Yes. Yes. It's a lot going on. As a matter of fact, Jen, you all in my class today. We're going to that one book that y'all be nervous to read, but it is what it is. Good morning. It was a good class. It was. But we got weirdos on the internet, so, I got to protect my babies. Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, Dr. Jonathan. Good morning. So you're going to need book one because, of course, I don't have my library here with me. So we're going to use what we got, right? Use what our Father gave us. Happy sunrise, CERCA. And family, this is the first notification I've gotten in a while. I'm so happy. Just dropped my son off at home for work. He made me Waffle House. Ooh. Love Waffle House. It's one of my favorite places to eat. Give me some cheese, eggs with onions on the top, some grits, 4 slices of bacon, and a pecan waffle or a regular waffle. And sometimes I get me a pork chop with cheese and onions and mushrooms on the top of it. You said having another grandbaby May 4th. Goodness gracious. Listen, I think we got somebody else who else is having a baby on the 4th? I think we got somebody else that's having a baby around the same time. Girl, we done had like 5 babies and then it's finally a girl. Oh, congratulations on your first grannies, girl. They're lovely. I love all 3 of my granddaughters, baby. I can't wait till they get older so we can play Someone said it the other day. Right. We got another baby that's due on the same day almost. You said I get the cheese grits and the pork chops. Baby, yes. Baby, yes. And be sucking on the bone when I'm done if they season it right. And do. Baby, I had so many hot flashes last night. It was ridiculous. Nigga had to get up and take a shower this morning. Because, not that I don't do that anyway, but. You said, baby, I'm just full. I got a new grandson coming in May as well. See? I'll keep telling y'all. Just since the beginning of the year, we probably didn't have 20 kids. You hear me? You said, I have 1, but her mom doesn't allow me to see her. She is my son that passed away daughter. Oh, okay, so we got 2. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so you're going to need book 1, and you're going to need a device and maybe a pen and a highlighter. If you can. I know it's early. I'm going to wait for y'all to get y'all coffee. Wait for everybody to get in here. Get in here, get in here, get in here, as that man say on Facebook. Yep, so you're going to need book 1 and a pen and a highlighter. Praying God makes a way for me to see her. He will. You remember my oldest daughter didn't let me see my grandkids for like almost 2 years. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Lauren. You know what? In that time, just be with the ones you can. You got more than one. I told my daughter, them is your kids. And if you don't want me to see them, hey, I can't be mad at you. She came around. She came around, honey. Sometimes, they just got to let them live their life. Good morning, Lana. Thank you. You said, I will become a star. I already am. Bam, bam, bam. I was born a star, sir. No, I'm just playing. Thank you. Thank you. I'm a star in the Lord's way. You know? He makes me shine bright. Yeah. You gotta remember, our kids is going through a lot too. Don't forget that. They live in a horrible generation. And they be real testy. They believe everything the doctors say, which is scary because the doctors don't even be knowing. But we gonna move on from that. And they don't trust us, right? They trust the doctors and the internet more than they trust their parents who've actually lived life. I can't wait till my locks grow to your length. Girl, I had to cut them. I'm so sad. I'm sad. After that breakup, I cut 6 inches off. So hopefully it helps. They was getting thin in places. So I'm back to where my hair was in 23. I cut about 3 years. I cut about this much off at the bottom. You love margaritas and marijuana? I don't know about the I don't know about the margarita part, but medicine is always good. Matter of fact, let me have some right now. The herbs of the field is good for what you need them for. Girl, tell me about it. I tell them one thing and they don't believe it. You can say that again. They believe everything someone else tells them. Not that I just followed it. Yeah. I think people think that when you believe in the Bible that you don't believe in the herbs of the field. That's not the truth. And it's not a sin to drink. It's a sin to be drunk. So y'all be coming in here trying to say stuff to get under our skin and y'all don't know. We the real Jesus people. We are the real Jesus people. You said, yes, I'm going through it with my baby girl. Baby, right now, she is stressed and in therapy, and she only 16. So pray for my babies. You know we do. You said, yep, medicine, yep. And no, and 6 months, no alcohol. Come on, Lana. Come on. I'm about to cut mine shorter for my 50s coming up. Ooh, I know it's going to be cute and sassy. So thankful that my girls believe me when it comes to medical stuff. Yeah. Girl, I be like, okay. You see how they pushing this postpartum depression and all of this stuff. They doing that for a reason, right? Because who give out the medicine? I don't remember them talking about postpartum depression 30 years ago when I was having my kids. Hello. I don't remember them. And they pushing that mess. And then this is how a lot of these babies are coming up autistic because of the medications. Most people don't research their medications before they take them. They just believe the doctor. Well, they trying to get rich. And they want your organs. Stop listening to these people. You said it wasn't a thing. They never talked about it. Right. You said, where you been? Been looking for you. I found you again. Hey. They hiding me. I told y'all they was when we first got over here. I be trying to tell my daughters they don't listen. Sometimes they do, but they like not giving the babies water and stuff. Nigga, our body is made up of 90% water, 70% water. Why would you not give a baby water? That makes no sense. They get enough water in the milk. Lies. Don't believe that. Do not believe it. They don't, I don't know. Girl, my daughter was like, she's never had water. If you don't get it, we stop, maybe within a week, my baby's had water. And I nursed. Within a week, I told my youngest to give her baby water. He downed it. Exactly, they need water. You said you think it's to keep them slow. I believe it. And that's why a lot of them have constipation now. Yes. Yes, digestional issues. Of course it is. My baby's had water. My mama, what? You said my cousins can't understand why I don't take nothing from menopause hormones. I'm fine. I don't need anything. Me either. And he's only a week old. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. Them old grannies know. And my mama was like, girl, you don't get that boy some water. He needs some water. And they would have a water, but my kids had at least 2 full water bottles a day. What constipation? And I nursed every last one of my kids, but no, that's crazy. They talking about don't get the babies no food till 7 months. Is you weird? My babies had cereal, baby. 2-3 weeks, baby. We putting some oatmeal in here, nigga. I don't like that milk they on their tongue, right? The doctors love telling you not to give babies water. I told my doctor, let me do my babies and all my kids have water. That part. I had a dream that somebody in here was pregnant too. I'm gonna tell her if I see her today. Sure did. Telling us we need water to live, but not to give them any is crazy. Justice. Exactly. That's why none of mine had constipation either. Water every day. Right. My oldest daughter said she ain't had no water. I said, what is wrong with you? He said, I know that's right. You're getting some of this rice cereal and sleeping all night. Right. Oh, the baby's not sleeping through the night. What? By a month, nigga, you better be sleeping through the night. I gotta get up and do other stuff. Got time for that. I gotta get up and wash dishes, wash diapers. Baby, no. No, ma'am. We're not listening to the doctors. My doctor was Brazilian, though. He was a nigga. He just spoke Spanish. And they're talking about they'll choke. Right. Weird. 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 So, y'all gonna need book 1. Grab it. I'll be a first-time granny in November. Congratulations, girl. I'm having a grandbaby in November as well. Twinsies. I'm having a grandbaby late July, early August, and another one in November. Come on. They was in water, right? Drinking it. They was drinking water in the womb. Listen. Don't listen to them doctors. They be trying to kill our kids. I'm trying to tell you. They don't know nothing. I sleep with my books in my bed, girl, and do. I ain't seen my bed in 22 days. Ooh. It's gonna be all right. And we gonna be all right. I'm trying to wait for everybody to get in here. I know they be playing and not telling nobody where we at. You said they tell you they will choke on water, like they not drinking liquids already, right? You said, I hope you found a nice place. Girl, I quit looking for a place. I don't want to live here. And I'm going to keep saying that till you do. See, come here. Let me pinch your 5 minutes. Where Nicole at? Go get my niece. Nicole. Nicole. Ain't that how the grandbabies do? Mommy. Nicole. Come get your mama. Why is you... Girl, this place is like depressing a little bit. She on her game. Dang it, I should have brought mine with me. I could have sent her a message. I'm trying to tell my niece on you. You trying to keep making me move here. I want to for the grandkids, but baby, this place has a lot of crazy memories for me. I'm about to pinch your fat meat under your arm right here, the grandma meat. That part right there, only on the edge too, so it can hurt. Talking about I'm gonna keep get your mama. Get her. She keep trying to talk about I'm gonna keep saying it until you find a place here. You said yeah, but you know what Dad told you. Listen, I don't know what he's saying right now. To be honest with you, it's real silent. I do feel like this morning though, you know that Tevin Campbell song, Tell Me What You Want Me to Do? It keeps playing over in my mind. And I told him already. I want to go home. I want to go home. Girl, you got to think. It's a lot of stuff in my apartment that some people that love me have sent. He just seeing if you can handle it first. Girl, listen. I just... You said I can't help you with Joe Bed. She real stubborn. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. I got it. I see what's going on here. Listen. This place kind of makes me sad. Can I be honest with y'all? It's a lot of crazy stuff that happened in this place. This is where my baby was diagnosed with a brain tumor. It's a lot of stuff that happened here. He knows what you want, but waiting on you to do what he wants. Well, first of all, he gonna have to send the finances. Hello. You said, so it's not just me. My life been strange since February. I don't know what's going on in my life right now. Yeah, and you know, the devil wants me to be angry and I won't. He wants me to react. He wants me to throw a fit. I won't do it. I still trust God. Every morning that I've been here, no matter what my situation, my kids, do y'all know somebody stole over $2,000 worth of stuff from my son? My baby gives to everybody. He helps everybody. He called me yesterday or the day before and told me, and I believe it's the people he worked with, but I don't believe that. They stole cash, 2 pairs of Rick Owens shoes. You know how much they cost. His Chrome Hearts glasses. My babies is going through it. All my babies are going through it right now. Every last one of my babies is going through something. And mom is going through something. So that's why when people come in here talking crazy to me, sometimes I be wanting to punch folks. Because it's a lot going on behind the scenes in my life. Me and all of my children are being tried heavily right now. Do you understand? I'm talking about crazy. Right? But I'm not gonna charge. Yeah, he had 2 pairs in there and some other stuff and another hoodie. He told me, I can't remember how much. Y'all know that's his business, so it was way over $2,000. I don't know how much, but yeah, somebody, and $1,000 worth of cash. Okay, because he was going to drop something off. You know what he do. So it's been a lot going on around my life. You hear me? It has, but the devil want me to charge God foolishly, and I'm not gonna do it. I just keep telling my kids, you're going through it right now too, yeah. And my baby gives every day. You said, so maybe it's so you can get all those old feelings to get them out of your heart, guarantee your spot at the table. No, I don't. You bought a new house. Good job. Um, what was I going to say? I don't have no old feelings towards people. I just, listen, 20 years of craziness is a lot, right? And I don't feel a way. It's just this place don't have a lot of happy memories for me. You see what I'm saying? It don't. And I mean, other than my grandkids, I think this is where I got divorced. It's a lot of stuff that happened here. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff. And then there's a lot of people I don't be wanting to see. There's a lot of treacherous people in this place. Not that there aren't everywhere, but you know? Yeah. Yeah. So it's not, whatever. It's just, it's a lot of crazy memories here for me. A ton. And where I'm at now is very peaceful. I don't have to worry about running into nobody. I have to worry about I live a very peaceful life now. You know? I do. My life is very peaceful. And for a long time, I had nothing but chaos. I'm talking about for 25 years or so, my life was chaotic. Well, yeah, about 25, 24 years. It was a lot of chaos in my life. I'm talking about waves. You know what I'm saying? Like craziness. So at this point in my life, 46, thank you, Lord, for letting me make it here. I be just trying to get all the peace I can. You know? I've been telling everyone how I feel, and now I feel like a weight has been lifted, and now everyone's feelings is hurt. That's what happened. As long as you bearing the brunt of it, they don't care. See, that's how I feel right now. We have peace free going through a massive storm. Exactly. And that's why I said, like, this right now, y'all, normally I'd have been crashing out. I would have been crashing out. I would have been crashing all the way out. Probably would have been in jail. For real. You know what I mean? But I'm just like God. I almost had an accident yesterday and everything. 2, as a matter of fact. I almost got T-boned yesterday. Yeah. I'm talking, my heart was beating fast. I'm like, okay, God. So you really, I don't know. Okay? Yeah. So I'm just, it is what it is. Old CERCA would have crashed out. New CERCA ain't got time for it. I'm just waiting on the Lord. Wait on the Lord. Wait. And that's what I'm doing. That's all I can do right now. You know what I'm saying? So it is what a TI is. Yeah. I just gotta be where I'm at. Yeah. I ain't tripping. Every need that I've needed has been taken care of while I'm here. God is doing it. And I don't know what he's doing. But I ain't sad. He said, but Dad been holding everything still together, even the crumbs, right? That's why I said I don't have no reason. I'm just like, whatever, Dad. I feel like that's why I'm in the city I'm in now. I fought it so long, but the Lord said this is where I need to be, and I'm at peace. This is my thing. I go where God tells me. I do. Since 22, I have gone where God has told me. I remember I told y'all every year I was moving, and not just in the city. I was moving across country. Sometimes He only had me to stay in places for 3 months, and then I had to go and go and go and go and go and go. So the fact that He's let me sit down for this last 5 years, I'm grateful. Cause it was a time, baby, about every 9 months I was moving, or every other year I was moving. Like, God does things for a reason. The young me used to crash out when I didn't understand. The older me is like, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. Me being upset about it, now don't get me wrong, I have my emotions. Hey, Kiva. You said, I'm glad you're here with me. Come on. I love you, niece Pooh. Sister, niece Pooh. You said, so right, since I've been sick this week, I think God telling me to use my 144 hours of PTO before July. Don't want to hire you overwork. Oh, your job don't want to hire you overwork. Right. Getting mad about when you don't. Because think about it. Normally when you crash out or when you act out, it's only because you don't know what's going to happen. But if you trust God, you just have to wait. And waiting a lot of time be the hardest part. When you don't understand, that's when you crash out. I don't have to understand because He do. I have absolutely no idea what He's going to do. But He has not ever left me hanging. Good morning, T. I love you too. He has not ever left me hanging. He has not ever not come through for me. Whatever it is, y'all didn't live, y'all watch it. Y'all done know me almost 5 years. Well, we're going on 5 years. 4 years and some change. And y'all see, He worked miracles in my life every day. I don't know what He's going to do. I have no idea. Hey. But guess what? I ain't about to trip about it either. I'm not about to be upset. I don't understand, but I'm not gonna falsely charge Him. I did. My armpit feel a little sweaty. Maybe I didn't get this area back here or something. I don't know. For what? What I'm gonna be mad about? He could be kicked. You said I'm slowly learning that with my relationship with Him. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. I used to crash out because things didn't go the way I expected, and now and didn't know how it was going to play out. Understanding is key. Even understanding that you don't understand. Exactly. I'm not about to, listen, I just threw my hands up because I was just upsetting myself trying to figure it out right. Hey, Victor. I miss you too. You know they hiding us. So there's that. Which I told y'all. Who remembers me telling y'all they was going to hide us in the beginning of this? Because of what I was about to start telling y'all. Y'all remember? If you was here in 22 or 23, I said, you better get this while you can, because in a minute they going to be hiding me from y'all. And it didn't take them 3 months to start doing that. It didn't take no time. Okay. Y'all see it happening? Yesterday somebody came in and said, where you been? I've been looking for you. I can't find you. I told y'all this was going to happen. This is what He does everywhere I go. It's people looking for me in the flesh right now. Like, I've been looking for you. Don't. No, I'm just playing. But I'm not. Parts of it. Some people, I don't want you looking for me. Other people, I don't mind. But some people, I don't want you. What you looking for me for? Because I ain't looking for you. Not on here, but in my real life. Don't look for me. Don't. Because if I wanted you to find me, you'll know where I was at. Some people, I don't want you looking for me. I don't want to. I've been wanting to talk to you. I ain't been wanting to talk to you. In my real life, not on here. But in my real life, people, don't. Please don't look for me. But I know why they're looking for me, because a lot of the stuff that I told them was going to happen is happening now. And they thought they was funny when they was talking behind my back and talking crazy. But everything God told me to tell them is coming to pass. That's what happens when you're around a real prophet. Hello. Prophetess, whatever you want to call it. Prophecy is for the future. Sometimes it's for right now, but a lot of times it be for what's coming. Girl, I got this at Rainbow for $6. I had to go get me some clothes, girl. You know, I ain't got nothing but pajamas here. So I went and got me some sweatpants. They was $8 and my shirt was $6. $14 and some change, about 16 with Dex. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a crop too. Y'all know I need that in my life because it's hot. Listen, I know my daughter probably came in here last night like, baby, because in the middle of the night, everything got to go. You hear me? It be too hot for that. I done sweated up this poor baby couch. I'm going to need to get a steam cleaner. It's still wet right now. This couch is still wet from me sweating it up. I done woke up and seen my whole body print on this girl couch. From down to my feet. I said, I'm sorry. She was like, it's fine, Mom. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to flip the couch pillows or something. Listen, baby, I'm not joking. Blank, I handed her my shirt the other day. She was like, ew. It had been 4 hours since I woke up. You could still wring it. That's how much I be sweating. So when people be talking about she got a half top on, and do, because I'm not about to overheat because you weird. Hello. I need to stay nice and cool. My feet be cold and the rest of this body be on fire. You understand? I don't care. And it is what a TI is around here. So, book one. Get your stuff. Y'all done got y'all coffee and stuff. Y'all ready? That baby ain't here, so we could be a little free. I don't know when she coming back. She's with her dad, so. Girl, menopause, I know. Between my memory being crazy, my ex that passed away, he said, you got a memory like an elephant. That was before menopause I did. Now I'd be like, I couldn't even remember sacred text this morning, y'all. I was like, what is the name of that website that I've been on for the last 12 years? I just remembered it right now. No joke, I was trying to look for something for us to study, baby, and I wanted to go to, and couldn't even really, I said, what is the name? Looking for the web, baby, couldn't remember nothing. No, menopause mind is real. My memory is really good, but since this menopause is getting more, y'all see, I'll be like, I don't know. And I'll just move on. It'll come to me. Menopause mind is real, baby. Because everybody, and I'll be like, you remember that? Now I'll be like, can you help me remember? It is what it is. What I'm going to do about it? Nothing. Y'all see, scriptures is kind of blanky. I can remember this part and not this part. It is what it is. I ain't about to be. Exactly, I threw my phone in the trash and brung the burger wrapper to my room. It's crazy. Girl, this did. Well, hey, Kim. I hope you love it here. I hope you love it here. Hello, welcome. We have a good time. I want to tell you this is not church, it's school. So if you want to learn about the Bible and the rest of the world, we have a good time over here. It takes some getting used to, right? It take a little bit of getting used to because, it's not church, but it'd be fun over here. We learn so much. We have over 1,800 classes. I think we're at about 1,800. You'll love it here. Most people do. Some people don't, but most people do. Okay, so since we're about 30 minutes in, we're in book one. Now, Kim, if you're new here, you can go and download the PDF of this so you can read with us. I was looking for my glasses. I knew I put them somewhere and had them on. Girl, that whole throwing, listen, everything y'all saying is me right now. Went and threw the wrong thing in the trash and came back with the trash. Baby, it's a real thing. But we reading out of this book right here. And you can go online and download this PDF really quickly. It's by James H. Charlesworth, book one. If you want to study along with us today. Girl, I'm happy though. People complain about menopause. I'm not going to complain. I'm going through my stages of life. You can't get me to be mad about aging. Some people don't want to get old. So you want to die? Are you crazy? Trying to live out as many of these years that he didn't allow. No. I'm happy about getting old. And you know what's crazy? My grandbaby tell me every day, Mama, you old. Mama's old. She only 4, so 46 to her is ancient. She said, Mama, you old. I said, is mama old? She said, yes, old. And she be so serious, whatever. Hey, Z. Hey, Auntie. Baby. She grabbed my arm. She said, Mama, you old. And then she kept squeezing my arm like this. They do not care. They don't. But she do the same thing my son do. When he sit next to me, he'll do like this, right? And be squeezing my arm. So she was doing it the other day. She said, Mama, you old. Is. And happy for it, too. I'm thankful to still be here, too. Right. No filter. They show don't. Don't have your phone in your hand and be looking for it, girl. Y'all done seen me looking for my glasses and they on the top of my head. Hello. I'm grateful to get old, though. Some people don't want to be old. I'm very grateful to be old. Very, very, very grateful. Because I shouldn't be here. People always think I'm my kid's grandma. I just say it's the gray. Them my kids. That part. Kim said, me too. Listen, I don't want to. Thank you so much, Victor. This the thing. The Bible talks about wisdom, right? And think about it. So many people want to act like they're young. That means you want to be stupid. He said, I used to love rubbing my mom's arms, that soft meat on the arm. I miss that. Girl, yeah. And Will, that's what my son, when he nursed, that's what he used to do. He said, it's one thing to be called old. Just wait till your body reminds y'all. Oh, it reminds me every day. Listen, I'll take over 2,000. And Will, I don't want to be young and dumb. You said, lady, the first time I did that, I knew I was done this part. And there are some wise young people. Deacon K and Day Baby and y'all children. There are some wise people. But why you want to be young when you... Now, I'm not saying you got to sit down and quit moving. Okay? You don't have to do that. But what's wrong with gaining age and wisdom? That seems foolish to me. You don't want to grow? You want to keep going through the same cycle? No, baby. I was an old lady when I was young, though. I told y'all I was always the grandma of my friend group. Always. You said exactly. I can't wait till my 60s so I can say, get off my grass to the neighborhood kids. I'm trying to tell you. Because when you old, you get to be mean if you want to. All right. Book 1. We are on page 643. That part. We on page 643, book 1, and we're going to be in the 66th chapter of Baruch. I've embraced my age and loving my new life. Right. The only people that be miserable is the people that don't want to. He said, I was an elderly child who didn't like children. I couldn't wait to get old and cantankerous. You know what? And your son old too, so it makes sense. Because he showed 75 and he only 5 years old. About to be 6 in a couple months, but yeah. He's definitely 70, at least 69. I was an old person too though. And that's why I had a lot of friends, but I didn't. You said, oh, Baruch, let me get my armor. My daughter was talking about it last night. My kid's old too. Most people think that their parents are 20 years older than me. Or they say, you must have been raised by your grandma. They like, my mama is 46. My kids get told all the time that they, like, people think that they was raised by their grandparents or an older parent. They like, my mom was 22. I had a dream about you. Can I put your business on Front Street or no? You want me to tell you in secret? And this been a while, and I didn't say nothing to you, but God just brought it back to my memory today. I seen you with a round belly. And it was real brown and round. And I was talking to you about something. I seen you with a pretty brown, baby. That belly was so pretty and round. Yes, sure did. Seen you with a round belly. You said I was not expecting that one. I know you wasn't, but I did. And it wasn't even recently. Well, I think it's been since I've been here, but God brought it back to my, because I was talking to you, girl, and you was just standing there. The sun was shining on you, and that stomach was so pretty. I said, oh. Good morning, Steph. Sure did. Seen you with it. That belly was, and we about the same color, so it was pretty and brown. Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah. So you was pretty and brown. Mm-hmm. You was. Yeah. So we in Baruch, however you say it. Come on in. We got an idiot in the class. Say hello, idiot. Everyone say it. Everybody say hello, idiot. Because we got one. That makes me happy because I don't want to say too much until it happens. Uh-huh. Thank you, Mama. I'm going to cry now. The girl, I seen that belly, baby. It was pretty and brown. CERCA, why I had a dream 2 days ago, my first time, too. It was wild. It was about folks choosing the right person to follow. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, we got an idiot in here. Oh, it was the first dream about me. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I don't know what it means. Did it scare you? Was it good or bad, girl? It was scary but good. Okay. All right. Wait a minute now. Okay. All right. So we've all been dreaming, huh? I seen some end time plagues of Egypt type stuff in mine. Oh, well, come on into class. We right there. We right there. You already know where we at. Yeah, come on in. Y'all already know what happened around here. Because we all on the same wavelength. You know it. Yeah. And that's what we about to talk about, Nancy Pooh. Come on in. Good morning, Diana. Good morning, everybody. Girl, running and the doors are open. It was about the end times, too. Okay, so that's where we at today. Come on, then. Can I get to my class for y'all? I ain't even got no phone. I do. Hello, Dad. Hello. You said I had a dream cars and planes were falling from the sky. Woke up scared. That literally just confirmed something because I told you about the guy that's been courting me for about a year. And we have been waiting to do it the right way. And I was having doubts if I should make a move. Uh-oh. Well, like you were so pregnant and happy, girl. Smiling big time. Dad, they always in my business. I know. I'm well, I can't teach if they always in my business. Oh, you told them? Oh, okay. Good morning. I just got home from working and Nathan started the ice machine. Come on. Come on, Nathan. Good job. Tell my nephew, come on. Listen, they always in my business. You told them. All right. Well, Sarah just got in and Nathan started the ice machine, so we going to go. We going to go. All right. You said, Gad, had the same dream, got baptized September 17, 2001. Come on. You said, wow, we all been dreaming about the end times, and we about to talk about it. Is y'all ready? Book 1, page 643, chapter 66. Come on in. We about to talk about the end times, so y'all just gonna be in my business? Okay. All types of people were there. Could have been a class. I believe it. I believe it. I've been wondering what that means because I've been dreaming about fighting as if I'm in battle. We are. You said it's already highlighted. Good. We're going back because it's relevant to now. See, okay. Now, who remembers in the beginning of this, we were just reading to get familiar with this stuff. Y'all remember? But then we talked about, we're going to go back over this. We're going to come back to it, and everything is going to pop up off the page later on. Y'all remember? I said, I just need y'all to get familiar with it. Get familiar. We're just going to read, and we're going to study, and we're going to do. But over time, when you come back to it, and that's what we're doing, and 4 years later, it all makes sense. I had a dream. All the animals were running away. Even animals I've never seen before. Okay. So do y'all see it happening? You feeling it happen? Now we were running for safety in mind. Oh, okay. So y'all just all in my business. Come on. Dang, I can't get to class before y'all start telling what I'm going to talk about. Monsters like the Wolfman was attacking us. Interesting. I had a dream. The world was on fire. Dang, can you stay on my class, please? All of y'all. My dream was so brutal and graphic that I can't mention any of it on here. Lord, can, can you keep them out of my business? Dad, you just gave it to me this morning. Look, they're in my business. I'm tired of it. You said family connections is. You said, and I have been seeing a lot of birds as if they're coming and touching me, as if they're warning me. Yes, I had a dream last night about rabid bears and animals letting out of the cage. Goodness gracious. I can't do nothing. Stay in my business. You said, no, we spiritually. Evidently. Dating came right in. Talking about, yep, I had a crazy dream too. Listen, just know we was fighting back, y'all. We didn't go down without a fight and ain't. You said you read one day in class about all the animals making noise at one time, and ever since you had that class, my dogs all howl at one time every day when the train passes. They've never done that. You said that morning I woke up looking for class, but you weren't live. Uh-oh. I've stayed in this house 13 years now. Wow. You said, yep, my daughter had 2 dreams of it. Black and red birds always following her from work now. We on page 643. Book 1. You said, in my dream was constant fighting, fire people, angels everywhere. Oh, okay. So y'all just all in my business. When I was a teenager, I found out one of my dad's books with skeletons and horses with blood up their noses. I cannot find it. Wish I did. Several bears have been spotted in people's yards. I dreamed we had a compound. Come on. Okay, the dog's been howling like this here almost daily. You said, hey, I just got bullied on the last live. Well, I'm sorry. You said, I've been having a lot of blue jays and red birds. And they be around you? Listen. Okay, so come on, let's get to it then since y'all all in my business. Come on. Let's go. Book 1, page 643. Chapter 66. I do. My daddy owned horses when I was a little kid, but that's not what we talking about. Come on in. Yep. We had horses when I was a young child. My brother actually got kicked in the chest, and it wasn't nothing but a gate and the Lord that saved him from that, because he kept pulling the horse's tail, and we had, they were in the corral, and the horse jumped up and kicked him in his chest. Well, tried to kick him in his chest, but if it wasn't for the gate, my little brother probably would have been dead. 643, sister. 643. We in book 1, page 643, and we're at chapter 66 of Baruch. Yeah, he was bad. My little brother was real bad. He's always doing something he ain't had no business. You said, God was looking out for real. He said, you're going to get this love tap. You'll survive. And he's still bad. He's 45 years old and he's still bad. Still be messing with people. I showed y'all a picture of his nose last night. Don't that look like a bad person nose? He was bad. This boy used to wound people. When we was in school, he'll get on the bus and pull his pants down and stick his butt to the window. Just horrible. He's always doing something. Yes, he's bad. And now my great nephew be tormenting him the same way he tormented. I said, that boy act just like you. Now he act like his mama. I said, he act just like you. Girl, my brother was bad. He was the youngest too. He was bad. Still is. He still be playing tricks. No, he was bad. How does a nose make a person look like a troublemaker? His did. That's the nose of a bad person. That boy was bad. And he says it screaming. I know people who saw in that cars have nightmares about that. Girl, he was only like in the 2nd or 3rd grade. And that's what he used to say. Goody, goody, goody. Goody, goody, goody. That's funny because that's what he used to say when somebody else got in trouble. He was bad. That made me laugh so loud. Girl, he was bad. My mama used to have to throw shoot. We had screen doors where I grew up at. Boy, that boy, he'll do something to my mama. And she'd say, boy, I'm going to get, and she'll chunk a shoe at him, and he'll fly out the door, and the shoe will hit the door, and he'll get on the window and do like this. He was bad. Bad. Oh, he was bad. He's still bad. You said they tell us, I said the teeth. He didn't even have no silver teeth. That's the crazy thing. He fooled folks. He didn't even have no silver teeth and was still bad. Sure did. He didn't even have them, and he was bad. His daddy was bad, though. That's why. I told y'all, my uncle and my daddy, they set, like, the school on fire, and they used to be selling weed and stuff. They was bad, and they was the pastor's kids. My grandma's a pastor. Well, she was. She died. These was the pastor's kids. They was cutting up. I'm trying to tell you. That's how I know the pastor's kids be bad, because my daddy was one. Do he sweat on his nose? Yes, and behind his ears. He said, I don't even want to talk about Kay this morning. He technically wasn't bad, but he said something I ain't like. Girl, listen. My brother had a hernia growing up, right? So you know how the navel is? When it went in, he didn't used to, I don't know, little boys are just sometimes dirty to me. So he would, I told you, it would stink, like behind the ear. And his ears used to split because he played football. He wouldn't wash behind his ears. So his ears used to split, and they would, you know that smell. It was horrible. He would either wipe behind his ear or wipe in his belly button and wipe it across the top of my lip, y'all. If you've ever smelled skin from flesh that has been stacked on top of each other for a long time, it's sour. And once you get it there, it takes a long time to get off. He was bad. He gonna tell my mom that she has 2 boys now. My mama birthed 2 girls, by the way. Him and his cousin belong to his grandma. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that. He just letting you know what it is. He just letting you know. He said, you birthed me, but you're not really, I don't belong to you. He said, when I was young, that's how my mom used to check to see how dirty I was by checking the ear and the belly button. You said he would have been laid out straight. We used to fight. He was wrong day. Used to want to punch that nigga. Listen, we did fight. Me and him, we fought. My mother used to do the same thing to me. That's why I'm like this. Listen, you said, oh my God, I would throw up. Boys are nasty. Yes. These are the same people that I told y'all they went to the lady house next door. She used to win the county fair for the hottest peppers. They got one of her peppers, got her grandson to give them one of the peppers, and while I was asleep, they rubbed them on my lips. My brothers used to torture me. I was the only girl. 2 older, me, and a younger brother. And I got tortured. They would just punch me. This is why I don't have no problem fighting no nigga. I don't want to, but I will. Because my brothers are 7 and 8 years older than me. They worked out always. My brother is about to be 60, something close to it, 50. He 50 something, and that nigga's arms is bigger than my head. So I've always been, I will fight a nigga. I don't care. I've been fighting niggas since niggas was around. You hear me? And was getting knocked out and getting back up and going ham again. What you mean? You too, Kill? Listen, I don't play. I had 3 brothers. That's why chicks, when they, I mean, not saying I can whoop everybody, because I can't. But baby, yeah, I can hold my own now. You said, yes, Sammy, I'm the youngest of 5. And brothers torture me, right? And I will fight a man with no hesitation, and will. You hear me? And will. Why are you an idiot, Millicent? Is your life that horrible that the only attention you know is to get negative attention? Don't you see us in here laughing? Your life sucks. Nobody don't care about who you are. That's why you don't put your picture up. Oh, okay. Those tortures made you tough. They did. Laugh out loud. No, for real. I don't mind getting in the ring with you, but please leave me alone. I'm trying to tell you. Me too. My one brother 50, 11 boy cousins. Right. Yeah. And my family didn't differentiate between if you was a boy and a girl, you was going to get out there and fight. If y'all kept messing around and doing stuff, yeah, you're going to have to throw them blows. And you bet not lose. And was one thing about it, I believe in equal opportunity. So everybody has the opportunity to be bumped in the head if they need that and do. That's your 9-year-old niece. Just got suspended for fighting a boy. I told the principal she has 6 brothers ahead of her. Sorry. And I'm trying to tell you, I'm not running from no nigga. My mama said the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Nigga. That's what it is. It's not about strength with you. It's strategy. I hit you in your throat. Nigga. That's why I used to keep my legs real, real strong. Because I'm a donkey kick you. I'm gonna get you up off of me and tear that head up. You hear me? These little bitty fists fit right in your eye socket, nigga. I don't play that. And will. And people thought because I was prissy and primpy and I always had them heels on, baby, I'll take this heel and send it through your eyeball. You better leave me alone. My mama was the family bully. She used to beat up her big brother. Still will. My mama. And she cold with a knife too. That's the crazy thing. And she went in, she was a phlebotomist. So she know where all the points is to send you leaking. And she said, baby, in 30 seconds they'll be done for her. So that's why I don't play with people. Leave me alone. This is the stuff she was teaching me, where the jugular is, where the main vein in the leg is. I knew this stuff before I was 10 years old. Y'all better leave me alone. That's why I don't go messing with nobody, because I don't want to go to jail. You hear me? You know what? I saw something on TikTok the other day. Let's do it real quick. What is the definition of, the Hebrew definition of meek? That's my mama. She still be trying to fight them too. She the only girl they don't be wanting no smoke with her. I'm trying to tell you. What's the Hebrew definition of meek before we get going? I don't want this to go dead, so we are 70%. My weapons are my legs as well. I grew up on a horse, so I had calves and thighs to kick. Yeah. I used to be able to bench, like press with my legs at least 240. I can't now. But in my younger days, oh yeah, 240 wasn't nothing. I'm trying to tell you, I could get a nigga up off of me. And why should I smoke with you? No, go get your own, nigga. And get out of my class. We don't do fake Hebrews over here. You're looking at the real one right here. Meek. You're looking at a real Hebrew right here. Not the fake kind. The Hebrew word for meek is anav, which translates to humble, lowly, or gentle. Rather than weakness, it implies God-dependent, gentle strength, and a teachable spirit exemplified by Moses. Yeah, you'll want to get out of here. We don't do fake Hebrews around here. Copycatters that steal everything. We don't do those kind. How you colonize a whole people? I did. In Hebrew, meek is primarily translated as anav, which means humble, lowly, gentle, or poor. It describes a person who is not easily provoked, is submissive to God's will, and often aligns. Come on. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You said my real name is Jomika. They call me Meeks sometimes. I did not know that, Island Girl. With being oppressed or needy. Rather than weakness, it implies controlled strength, humility, and a gentle temper. Hello. Hello. Make you look at Meek a little bit different, right? So that's why when people like, oh, whatever. No, you don't even humble, patient, and God dependent. Hello. How many of you feel like you're meek now and maybe you weren't prior to? Just because you meek don't mean you won't bust a nigga in his head. Okay. Okay. You said, implies afflicted or gentle. It is not merely timidness, but a conscious choice of humility and strength. Right. I choose. Meek is strength. Honestly, it is. Me 1000%. Come on, babies. Come on. It feel good, don't it? You said I would like to believe I'm meek. Good job. I'm very meek now. Good job. So it really means to exercise restraint. Exactly. I could, but I ain't. Leave me alone. Going over there. A daily choice to be meek. Come on. Not that you ain't strong. And not that you won't bust a nigga in his head. Not that you can't. I choose not to. I choose. Right? Like people say, well, why you struggling or why this and why? I choose to, because the devil been offering me everything I want always. He's not ever given up an opportunity to offer me the world. I don't want it. Do you understand? I don't want that. Because I know that what he has to offer has no real value. Because everything that we see is getting ready to burn. So why would I want? No. I want some everlasting stuff. Think about it. Hey, it takes more strength to withhold anger than let rage take over. Come on, Nisi Poo. Ow. Come on, tell them, Dave. And do. And do. You said, I just made it to work, plus I'm an empty nester. Come on. Come on. But do you understand? There's a lot of things. It's easier to cuss somebody out. It's easier to act ugly with want those heavenly mansions. Right. Right. But remember me telling y'all, physical strength is nothing. This right here, nigga. I look at my ex that unalived himself. He had physical strength. Niggas was scared of him. But this right here, he unalived himself. He could walk in any room and the men, everybody in the room nervous. But at the end of his life, this strength he didn't have. And you know why? Because he didn't depend on God. He depended on that strength. He depended on his size and his girth and, this, that, and the other. And I used to tell him all the time, it takes strength to die to self. Come on, mental strength takes more work. It does. Kay says, hi, teachers, Circa, even though you cannot hear me. Hi, Pumpkin. Hi. I hope you have a good day today. He was like Samson. Exactly. 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 You have to work on this right here. Okay? You have to daily. Daily. And that's the thing. Spiritual strength over physical strength. I'm trying to tell you, depended solely on self. He did. It is sad because he had an amazing mind, but he wouldn't give it to God. The renewing of the mind. That be the issue. I mean, I attempted to unalive myself a few times, and I realized it was because I was dependent on myself. And I couldn't see because I was only looking with earthly eyes. Do you understand that? I was looking at my situation from a fleshly view and not a spiritual view. But once you do that, baby, whatever gonna happen, gonna happen. Whatever is gonna be is gonna be. But also, let me say this to parents. If you do not hold your kids accountable for the actions that they do, their lives will be ruined. Me and my daughter just had this conversation yesterday, and I said, because his parents didn't hold him accountable, and because they let him, I'm so glad you're here too, Kim. Because his parents just let him do whatever. He said, I only ever thought about it, never attempted it because I knew it would make people who love me sad, girl. At that point, they was making me sad, Sarah. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even care. But I'm grateful God didn't let me go through with it. Kay is listening. He said, but I'm already strong. Now I'm trying to explain mental strength is different than his body. Yes. And listen, this is the thing. His parents didn't hold him accountable. So then he just kept doing stuff, and they swept it under the rug, and they swept it under the rug, and they swept it under the rug. So once the culmination of all of that, or all of that had come down, and he couldn't handle it. But had they have held him accountable and not protected him, he said, I'm grateful you didn't either. Woo, girl, listen, the devil was on it, I guarantee you, a few times. He couldn't handle it. But when you hold those children accountable and make them face their wrong choices, that builds strength. You said, I know Dad sent this class for me because I was provoked to lay hands on my baby mama. She called the police, the po people on me, and she was taken, you said, and she was taken to lock up. Uh-oh. Thank you. My kids are upset. We spanked and held them accountable, but they have never gotten in trouble, have controlled this, respect and discipline. You said couldn't find anything else fit under the rug, so it spilled out all at once. It did. I am currently dealing with someone that keeps telling me they're going to, and this class always hit the hammer on the nail for me. Thank you so much, TT. I need to let them hear this. Yes. So glad you made it through because you truly helped change my life for the better. And that's why the devil was trying to take me out early. Exactly. And that's what I think it is happening with other people in the news that's unaliving their spouses. Yes. He tried to... Kim, you new here, baby. He killed his girlfriend 4 days and 12 years later on the same day he tried to kill me. Hello. because I was holding his tail accountable. And his parents swept it under the rug and flew him back to where he was from. And 12 years later, what they tried to avoid, he ended up doing it. And not only did he do that, he unalived himself. You said it and you knew here, so you didn't even know. Hello. I'm trying to tell you. People trying to be their kids' friends out here. Ain't. Not gonna do a day. You said, yes, amen. Thank God you are here. That we are all here. The devil tried to keep us all from this moment. He did. Yeah, sure did. He tried to kill me December 24th, 2011. And he unalived a woman December 28th, 2025. And then 6 days before my birthday, he unalived himself. It's not a game. And they kept protecting him in all of his wrongs. When he jumped on me, when we would fight, when he stole my car, when he did all these different things, they kept protecting him. And it ended up causing their whole family. Now, the mama ain't here no more. But it ended up causing their whole, now his son, his daughter, all of these people, but God, come on, Kim. I'm trying to tell you. That's why people used to be like, you too hard on your kids. No, I'm not. If my kids lied, I put them on black. My daughter just got out the shower. We just talked about it yesterday. I used to tell them, if you do something for the police, like, and the police come get you, I'm turning you in. When the first time my son puffed his chest out at me, okay, he was 11 or 12. I took him straight over to 25th and Temple here in Indianapolis to the what's the name? What you call that place? The juvenile center. I said, this where you want to live? Because ain't no Xboxes in there. You know how you like to go in there and take showers and go and be with your friends? It won't be none of that. You can live here or you can live with me. So did take him to juvie, Sarah. We sat right in the parking lot. I said, this can be your new home. He was 11. First time he got the feeling his testosterone, took him right over there. I'm not having none of that. I said, if you want to be a jailbird, just let me know. Just tell me. Because anybody that can't listen and be corrected, they going to jail. People tell me I'm too hard on my kids. I have all boys. No, you're not. Because the world is hard on them. Kim, I don't know. Are you a black woman? Not that it matters, but black men have it harder on the planet than anybody. So you not helping them understand how to control their mouth, how to control their emotions. Now, I let my son cry. My brothers would be like, boy, shut up. You a punk. I said, stop it. He got tear ducts for a reason. And a lot of men that don't cry, kill. Hello. You said my brother has been going down the same path and tried to unalive himself. Everyone keeps letting him do what he wants. I pray for his soul and that God gets him. But he is the same way you just said, girl. I'm trying to tell you. Period. Yes, I'm a black woman. Oh, you doing right. You doing right. He has an active warrant right now for aggravated assault. That's what was going on with him. He had broke that girl's arm, I guess, and then he ended up unaliving her, maybe because she was gonna go to court. I'm trying to tell you, the world is hard on black men. Period. And I only have one son. I was not giving him to the world. My daughter started stealing. I took her straight to jail. And I told y'all, my daughter still talk about the whipping she got when she was 3. She put them glasses in the bag. I beat her up back in the store and beat her out the store. She ain't picked up nothing that ain't hers since. And she's about to be 27. I had to learn as a black male. My mom had to teach me through all the lessons. I'm trying to tell you. You said, I told Nathan before, when he gets bold, that he can go live with the homeless people so you can learn to appreciate what you have. I'm trying to tell you, Sarah, and you told him right. You said, oh my God, I'm crying. I'm 26 with all 3 boys, and y'all are teaching me and saying everything I need to hear. Yes, do not let them get away. Now, have mercy, but you need to explain to them, and don't make them hate women. You said, Kim, if you don't help him get his emotions out safely, others will have to deal with him. Most times the prison guard. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell my mom this, but no, she keep trying to cover my bro. And listen, it ends. The Bible says if you don't discipline your children, you hate them. And your heart going to be the one hurt. I hope he gets the help he needs. Not saying it in a mean way. No, yeah. If the parents wouldn't correct their child, the streets will, and no parents would like that for them. I'm trying to tell you, love how you raise your babies. I'm the same way. This gentle parenting is setting babies up for failure, right? That's how I did my oldest daughter when she was 2. Took a pack of gum and I took her back in the store. Told the manager, to the manager, and he told him to call the cops on her, and she ain't did it again. Now she 30. I'm trying to tell you, the police coming to get you, honey. Jay, my mother covered my brother, and he has been to jail more than he's been free. This boy, this man. I'm trying to tell you. That's my son's father. I just talked to my daughter last night. My son's father came to my house. I've always been a strong mother, and I don't care what anyone says. I'm a mother of 3 boys and 1 girl, and they all know I don't play. Me too. I got 3 girls and 1 boy, and guess what? I'm not playing with you. You're not about to embarrass me. You said that's why I'm learning with my son, knowing when to be gentle and when to be firm. Correction is love. It is. Listen. You said, do you have Bible studies some nights and days? All the time. We have over 1,800 Bible studies on this very channel. Where you at right now? You said, I have a 16-year-old grandson, and I was talking to him yesterday on this matter. Yes, this is so true, because growing up, I would be so mad that he would not get whooped or have any responsibilities like the rest of us and cause the most trouble. And now, look, he is literally a terrible adult, and your mama is paying the price for it. I was not about, Man, I was scared to get in trouble with my mom. Old school discipline. Listen, I told y'all, my son when he was 5, 1,800 and counting is, thank you so much. When my son was 2 and big enough to walk, I told y'all when we went into church, he'd be struggling. I used to make him knock on people's doors, and the older ladies, and he would say, can I take your trash? Can you take your trash? He couldn't even carry the bag. He thought he was lifting it. I started teaching him hard work when he could barely walk. He was barely talking and walking good. Okay? So he don't go into no woman's house and not take her trash out. I started him opening doors. He couldn't even open the door. You hold the door for her. You treat women nice. You do this, you do that. He was little. But guess what? He holds the door open for every woman he see. He don't go to no woman's house he don't cuss women out and call them out their name. He don't do any of that. And they kept saying, a woman can't raise a man. You are a liar. You're a liar. And don't ever say that to me again. Because if he would have been around his daddy, his brother has been in jail for murder. Still in jail for murder right now. And I'm not comparing them. I'm just telling you. If my son's father would have been in his life, he would not be the person he is. I don't care about that. He said, yes, she going through it. He assaulted my mom's husband, put holes in the wall, threatened to pew them both, and it fell out of his pocket. This is the same thing my ex was doing to his family. He put a bullet. He told me when he was 16, he put a bullet on his desk for his stepfather and carved that man's name in it. But guess what? I told y'all, the same bullet that he said was going to be for his stepfather's still alive. He put that one bullet in his own head. Hello. I'm trying to tell y'all. Your son was probably the first gentleman I met at his age. Very respectful. You hear me? And was going to take care of everybody around him. And still do. Listen. Mental health is real. Yes. And see, Antoinette met my son. Some of y'all met my boy. He was taking care of everybody. Making sure everybody got home. Whatever they needed. You don't wait till they 7 and start trying to teach them. A lot of them say a woman can't raise a man because their mothers were the dependents and not the parent. Come on. Emotional dependency is real. And then boys resent women because of it. Right, because they treat him like they man. He was not my man. Hello. That's exactly how I feel about my youngest son. Honestly, I'm grateful that he isn't involved because he is not a good influence for my son. We are better off without the crazy. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, that nigga was at work the other day, and niggas was talking about they OGs from the streets. He said, nigga, I'm going to call my mama because y'all OGs ain't a real OG, nigga. My mama is an OG. My mama was in the streets, and she didn't push me to the streets. She pushed me away from the streets. Now, my son's still a hustler, but he a legal hustler. His daddy sold more dope than a little bit. You understand me? Was all of that. Big money. You hear me? You understand? But my son makes the same amount in legal money, and he owns his own business. He respects women. He ain't got kids all over the place like his daddy. My son lost his virginity at 24. Do you hear me? Y'all, everybody say hello to the idiot, Haywood Pittman, that has no attention, and he don't even got a picture up there, so we know that nobody knows who he is. Everybody say, hello, idiot. That never gets attention from anybody. That's why he don't put his pictures up there, because he'll scare everybody. Everybody say, hello, weirdo. Y'all can say hello, weirdo. Say that. That's a little nicer. He wants the attention. Let's give it to him. Okay. You happy now, Haywood? You got the attention you were looking for? Because we know at your job, you're useless. We know. Is that what you wanted? You got it? Okay. So we going to let him stay in here. These are the kids we talking about right here. His mama didn't teach him no respect. And so they get online and say whatever, but he don't know the punishment for him and his mama, but we do. Hello. Y'all remember we read the sins of what's going to happen to the mamas that didn't teach their sons to hold their mouths? Yeah, it's okay. My 16-year-old brother-in-law, I put him in the corner for 3 hours, taught him to be quiet. He's successful dad today, all day long. You said how ironic, and he a man hater woman club is here during this particular conversation. Sir, God is trying to tell you something, that part. Yeah, but we listen, we already know the punishment for that. And I popped up in classes, we're talking about you. Exactly. So we just gonna let him stay stupid. Okay, so you can type all you want. We just gonna do that because we know your mama didn't teach you nothing. It's okay. Uh-huh. Yes. My daughter baby daddy called me a thugger. He more scared of me than her daddy. He's girl. All my kids, daughters. My daughters, but yeah. And is. Mm-hmm. Don't they pop up off the page? They be wanting attention bad. Poor babies. Because they mama didn't give it to them. Or anybody that come in here starting trouble, you already know they feel useless. If the only attention that I can get is negative, my life sucks. And I've been saying that for 4 years. I've been saying it longer than that. I realize that the chicks that go in the store and they gonna clown and talk real loud, they feel like nobody sees them. That's what it is. Do you understand? We understand that. They don't. And so then they think they doing something, but we understand that you feel like nobody cares about you. You don't have any emotional intelligence. You're no emotional maturity. You're not moving us in no way. You're like a gnat that won't leave, a bee that's flying around, a mosquito. Because your mama didn't love you, now you want to irritate every woman. No, you need to go inside and do some self-healing. Nothing is attractive about a man that don't know how to control his mouth or himself, or a woman. It don't matter. Come on, Sarah. I don't understand. And they think that that's big and powerful. You look weak. You don't look weak. You are weak. Okay? Facts, a fly in my house. I'm trying to swat right now. I'm trying to tell you. There's nothing strong about you being an idiot. We would rather you come in here and say something powerful and then we'll pay attention to you. Mm-hmm. Intelligence is something we value over here. But we can tell y'all don't when y'all come in my class and say something stupid. Moving on. All right. It's iron that sharpens iron around here. Is my son is 5 and can tell me, Mom, I'm frustrated, or Mom, I'm upset. Can we talk? When he has a disagreement or gets into trouble, he asks, Can we talk? So the incident can be understood. Again, he's 5. Girl, you all in me on my daughter's conversation last night. Uh-huh. Emotional maturity is a must. Exactly. I don't have to tear you down to make myself feel good. But if you come in here with the craziness, I'm going to chop you in your throat all day long. Sit down. What was you saying? Oh, okay. A lot of people don't study psychology, right? They don't. And so then they think that what they're doing, when you understand how the mind works and how emotions work and things like that, you are not fooled by none of that mess. Girl, and he gonna be an amazing husband. You said that is the part of the problem. That is a part of the problem right now, right, Cornell? It's wild. Or mental health. Listen, I have so many mentally unstable people in my family that I had to understand. You understand? I don't want to be crazy. I don't want to. And so then when you understand, people say that you're weird. No, you're just a part of the collective. You're a part of the masses that are clueless to what life is. Matter of fact, I just told my daughter last night, I said, I'm going to teach you, I taught y'all about real life, not about getting money, not about getting cars and looking like this, because most of the people that we see are well-dressed messes. We understand that. Or this right here, be gone. Need to work on his mental health very bad. You for real, living in America, I realized people wasn't raised with manners, and it's sad because they are raising kids the same way. Oh, God. You ain't going to say, excuse me? I also allow him to cry. Don't whine at me, but explain to me what the issue is exactly. Did with my son. High five, Niecy Pooh. You doing perfect. Do you understand? I'm telling you, people used to be like, oh, your son gonna be this, your son gonna be that. Now all of them want my son to talk to their sons. No, go away. You haven't gotten a chance to read the book yet, but maybe this is what your community needs right now. Oh, this is how our classes go, baby. This is how our classes go. That's why I said it's school. This is how our classes go. Sometimes we get to the word, sometimes we don't. This is how our classes go. Sometimes our classes are nothing but life skills. Sometimes we go and we study in science and medicine. Sometimes we over here, like this is how our classes go. That's why I said, okay, so let me let you in on a little bit. But for the new people, okay, and Miss Kim, this, you know how church is scripted. This, I was raised apostolic from birth until whenever. Okay. So with that, right from day one, I'm not perfect and neither is Kate, but we trying. Listen, that's all God asks you to do. And as long as you're seeking and looking, you're going to always find the answers. I was a young mom, but people thought that because I had my kids young, that my kids was going to be unruly. Most of my friends was older than me, and my kids were more well behaved than their children. But it's because I sought after God every single day and asked him how to help me be a good mother. Now, most people think a good mother is dressing your kids nice, making sure they got your dad as a bishop. Oh, so you already understand, girl. I was, come on. I got suffering bishops in my family and everything. I did not want this to be like church. I wanted people to come and learn about God, but I didn't want this to be like church because church is so evasive sometimes. Sometimes it's intimidating. And I wanted everybody to be welcome here. Everybody to be welcome here. But one of the things that a lot of church raised people don't get, right? Because they drill the word in you. But you're a PK too, so y'all already know. You memorize the scriptures, but you have absolutely no idea of how to apply it to real world, events in life, right? So you can quote the scripture and you know where to put it in it. But if you ask what that really means or how it applies to your life, most people in the church can't do it. They just gonna start getting angry with you and you, yeah. They come in here and do it every day. But guess what? Over here, we break down the word. We break down the meanings of the word. We look into it, and so that the word can actually help not only your life but the lives. You a PK too? See? And you will not leave here the same way you came. Come on in, family, and won't. High five. Tell them, Daddy. He said that was you for a long time. Come on. Come on. God told me, don't start a church. We got enough of them. Start a school. The Bible says, come and learn of me. They be trying to throw you in the water and dress you like them. And baby, your inside still be dirty. You still be confused. And this is why people think that God is not pleased with them, because they don't teach. You said, I laugh out loud. I just realized technically Nathan is a PK now too. Is Sarah, is. You said, yep, knowledge without power, that's what they deny. It gets applied here, and we let the Lord do his will and do. My favorite part of this family is we don't rely just on the Bible. Come on, Dave. Tell them. See, Kim. Now look here. I need you to screenshot this. Come on, Dave. Let's put her on. Put our sister on. This is what's missing a lot from your Bible. You see that? The apocalypse of Abraham, the apocalypse of Adam. Honey, you can go through Genesis and look here. We can tell you what day Eve died, How many kids Adam and Eve had? 53 or 63, roughly. Okay, we can tell you the names of their first daughters. We can tell you what happened when Moses was 3 years old and the angel came and put a coal in his hand, and all of these different things, because we literally are seeking the word and not church. Does that make sense? Because so many people had questions about the missing pieces, and a lot of people don't follow the Bible and they don't want to hear the Bible because there's a lot missing. But God said there's mysteries, and in a mystery you don't get all the information in one place. It's clues, right? There's so many. The book of Enoch, we read that, and people say, oh, that's witchcraft. How? When it's mentioned in the Bible? Okay, several times, right? He said, I love this class because all of y'all and how everyone is able to get questions answered. Come on. Yes, you will love it here. This is Life 101. Is some good reading. My toes wiggling just thinking about it. Things we've studied. Come on. We came in with hearts of a child and left with the knowledge of what God truly wants and expects. Come on. The only building I'm after is the kingdom. Come on, Sarah. Yes, Moses knew the Lord and he didn't just find out about him at the burning bush. Did Job? Okay. They act like if you go off what our Bible say, Job already knew who God was. He didn't. He did not. He said we get the answers to the questions church left us empty searching for. Come on. You said laugh out loud, Danny. You said, and the fact that Dean allows the Holy Spirit to lead class because you can come right in and get answers to prayers and chop throats as well as going to, you're going to love it here, that part. Yes. And his preaching, he's been preaching for over 40 years. Let me tell you something. I need you to go to your daddy. Now, I'm going to tell you the reaction now. Okay. Kim, you said it's so amazing here. Wisdom is what you'll have after leaving this class. And do you said it's been 4 years and I'm still in Genesis. Come on, the book of Jubilees, the book of Jasher, the book of Enoch, the life of Adam and Eve, book 1 and 2. I'm still in Genesis. Come on. You said I feel like when I first got here, finding out Adam and Eve had more kids. Come on. We have a community and actually help people too, and we do. And we do. We do what the church's supposed to do and do. We do. We do. We do. We love you no matter what. Now, we going to check you if you crazy. But this is a community of love. It is. Come on in, Mrs. Kimberly. We messengers and true children of God is. Coming here is like belonging to a family you never had. Having the love that you never had growing spiritually. And Dad's work is so amazing here and is. The book of Jasher is mentioned in the 66, but it's not located there. Seeking you shall find. It's wonderful here because anyone can get the word without a premium church subscription. No preachers plus payments around here. Come on. It's free. It's free. We outside. Right. My first kingdom family I was introduced to. Come on. Mine too. Listen, all we want to do is learn more about God. Not man's religion, not rules. Listen, and I'm going to tell you, Kim, be careful taking this to your church folks, baby, because most of these people in here have been crucified by the church. And I'm talking about when they tried to take this, okay, the church people that's supposed to love unconditionally, oh, they didn't have nothing here. They said they was in a reprobate mind and all of that. But now we can go to people and outside of the church and in the church and give them the answers they're searching for. And you know what it do? Make them come looking for God even more. It makes them come and search and look. These books right here will change your life. Let me show you something. And they say, oh, it ain't scripture, really. Well, I'm going to just read this first page of Enoch. You said we want him for real based on what he said, not what they told us. Come on. Come on. Listen to the first page now. It says the blessing of Enoch with which he blessed the elect and the righteous who would be present on the day of tribulation at the time of the removal of all the ungodly ones. That don't sound like scripture to you. This is talking about the end times. When God said he going to get rid of all the evil people. The very elect, and they want to be elect and don't know nothing. It's wild to me. It says, and Enoch, the blessed one and righteous man of the Lord, took up his parable while his eyes were open, and he saw and said, "This is a holy vision from the heavens which the angel showed me." Huh? You said, "I trust God's word, not man's." Come on. Do you see this? And they'll tell you it's witchcraft. Do that sound like witchcraft to you? But you know what is witchcraft? The way they be trying to control people. Mm-hmm. The spirit of Jezebel is manipulation and control. And if you've ever been to church, you know what it is. Hello. Hello. They always talking about thou shalt not judge. Y'all judge everybody that come in his church. I know because I done been in churches all over this country from one end to the other. Do you understand? So they'll tell you not to read this, but literally this fills in parts of Genesis. The Jubilees, which is called Little Genesis, it tells you about Adam and Eve and what happened when they were first out of the garden, the days. The book of Adam and Eve. On the 88th day they did this. On the 20th, well, who wrote it? You act like angels wasn't created, the messengers, before we got here. They confuse church attendance with relationship with God. Mahogany. Case. You already know what it is. They tell you if you come to the building, you saved. It's people screwing in the building. Excuse my language. They are mating in the building. The building don't got nothing to do with it. Because what's going to happen? Okay. What's going to happen here in the near future when the Antichrist comes? And you can't worship unless you're worshiping. You won't be able to go into a building. They act like this didn't happen with Jesus. The reason that they had to bust the windows and the doors and the roofs of houses open, the first church houses, was because those people were not welcome in the synagogues of Satan. That was supposed to be God's house. So Jesus had to start having church on the hilltops, on boats, in houses and things like that, because those people weren't welcome. Hello. You said it gives you a desire to want to go and seek and find, trust. You love what rabbit holes you go down and do. You said they confuse. Yep. You said rebellion, aka disobedience, is witchcraft. It says so in the Bible, 1 Samuel 15:23. Right. And rebelling against God's way and not man's way. Hello. You said yes. I never understood that when I found out about the book of Enoch. It brought so much revelation. People just getting their demons upset because it exposes them, yep, and things that they don't want to get rid of. Come on. And Adam sat with all his generation, all the way up to Jared. He died 50 years before Noah was born. Come on, auntie. And that's how they got the information. Right. But they not going to say none of that. That's why when y'all now go and ask them questions, they get angry at y'all. Because y'all know and they don't. I told y'all this was going to happen. It happened to me. I told y'all. That's why I was so happy when I found y'all, or we found each other, however God did that, because I actually have a community that want to learn about God for real. Because why would he say he had mysteries in his word and you think that everything in the 66 is all there is? When he literally said, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. My people are going to die horrible deaths because they don't know. And then die an eternal death at that. And in that same scripture, it talks about him rejecting the pastors that are pastors right now because they refuse to learn. So they can't teach his people nothing because it's only church people saying, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Why would you not want to learn more about God's story? He literally said, all the miracles Jesus did, there's not enough books to hold the miracles Jesus did. So you don't want to go looking for them? We know what happened to Jesus when he was 2. When he was 5, good morning, P. When he was 11, when he in between, we know. If you talk to most church folks, they know he was born. He was about 2 years old. He was 11 or 12 in the temple, and then he was 30. That's it. Good morning. They don't know nothing else. But we can tell them that Jesus spoke as soon as he came out of his mother. Yep, they refuse to be willing to learn more. I'll never understand what it means to know enough. Come on. They only want to hear it if the pastor preaches it. The pastor been bought out by the Catholics and they don't even know it. And don't forget the Masonic lodges. Don't forget that. Being scared to seek more info is what will cost them. Yep, it feels safer to trust the pastor over God. Come on. With his midwife as a baby. Come on. Was Jesus broke? They make it like Jesus was broke. Was Jesus broke? Kid Jesus scares me more than grown Jesus. Kid Jesus played no games. Girl, I just told my daughter that. I just was teaching this to my daughter the other day, baby. Jesus was not broke. Everywhere he went from day one, folks was giving his mama money, gold, fine linens. But it don't teach that. They make it like Jesus was a lowly carpenter, like he didn't have no money. Jesus was loaded before he was 6 months old. Don't forget they brought him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. I think it was just 3 little pieces of gold. He was loaded the day all the way up because he's a king. That makes no sense. I just want to say thank you for your candor you show us with your teaching. You're welcome, Pumpkin. He wrote, right. Everywhere Jesus went from the day he was born, they was pouring money into him and everything. He was not broke. That's why he kept telling the people that walk with him, don't worry about it. You ain't going to have to worry about nothing when you with me. I got you. Because he had it. You said, what Eshon Burgundy say? Love their religion, but hate the God the prophets speak from. Come on. Hello. Hello. Jesus had a humble flex. Just because you got it don't mean you flaunted this part. My daddy was not broke. At all. But you don't know that if you don't read the infancy of Jesus Christ. You don't know. You don't know that Mary's mama was barren. Okay? And God told her, the angel came and told her, don't worry about it. Because you about to be the mother of all mothers. You about to give birth to the woman that's going to give birth to the Savior of the world. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about what they saying. He said, and every time he opened his mouth to speak, he spoke gentle, loving words, both with the correction, right? And the one disciple that had money, to the tomb, it cost money to get a brand new tomb. Yep. If he was poor, they would have threw him in the field. Come on. But see, the way they spend it, because they don't go seeking for anything else, they don't know. Name one class where we learned something about what was missing and it didn't make you want to go diving deeper. And even our classes about medicine. How many of you were blown away when you really understood that all of our medicine is named after demons? I think that was one of the most mind-blowing things a lot of people learned in this time. And then we wonder why people never get better. Well, I'm steady putting more. You said, girl, me. Come on, the puzzles be puzzling, and here they do. How many people have now been healed because the doctors are telling you that the side effects of the medicine, then you go look up the demon name, and that's exactly what the demon calls. Go on out of here. Even the devices they use for surgical equipment is named after the Greek deities as well. Come on, spiritual thugger, Rizzy Busy. Yes. You said that was one of the muffin cap peeling classes, because what? Right. Me. And when you say look at the side effects, I started looking at it, and I'm like, why doesn't it God side effects? You said, why does it have side effects? Now that I came here, I'm completely healed. Come on. Yep. And the places sell the cause and the remedy. Come on. So you don't want to go deeper in God? Okay, well, stay over there on the basic. And then they like to say basic instructions before leaving Earth. Basic. Get off the milk. We eat steak and potatoes over here. We eat lasagna, honey, and pupusas. You know what I'm saying? And do. We eat mashed potatoes and gravy and grits and all of that. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're not still on the milk 50 years later after being in church. Hello. He said, looked at the side effects of my mental health meds, and it was literally describing demonic possession without outright saying it. Come on, Niecy Pooh. A big fat tomahawk steak. And dude, what's my spiritual guide trying to tell you? Oh, I don't know, because my spiritual guide is Jesus. The Holy Spirit. So I don't know. Is your spirit got a demon or one of your ancestors? They're dead. They shouldn't be telling you nothing. We eat whole enchiladas over here and do beans and rice. Arroz con leche, tamales, and carne asada. Yes, we eat a whole meal here and don't want for nothing. And don't listen. You circle your reaction got me cracking up, girl. Listen, folks be listen. This the thing. Listen, you said listen. I don't. I believe that's one of the reasons God, when the church folks get to arroz con pollo, girl, I eat that when I'm at home and they put that little cheese on it. It'd be so good with the bacon on top of it. All right. Yeah. What was I about to say? You said my blood pressure under control since being here and is sprinkled with tons of cheese. Oh man, now I'm hungry. Me too. Listen, if we ain't gonna we gonna talk about some spiritual food and some natural food. You already know. You said I eat it with shrimp too, and we'll have them throw the shrimp in there and do. It be shrimp, chicken, and bacon. And don't let me get greedy because I'm about to go on and pour some extra cheese on it that I already got the what is it in there? There go the brain, the menopause brain, chorizo. Cause they make my cheese sauce. They put the chorizo and the corn in it. It'd be so good. And then my fat tail pour that over that. That'd be so good. Let me just not think about it. Girl, I like carne asada fries too. My dad put me on to them, girl. When I used to go to Portoberto's and Federico's, chorizo and eggs, girl, with some potatoes. Girl, listen here. Yeah. And do chile con queso. I eat all of it. I made some in here the other day. I'm about to show you. And from scratch too, because my daughter didn't have no taco seasoning, so I had to make it. And did. I know what you're doing around here. You see, that's chili powder and garlic and all of that. You see, that ain't no taco seasoning, but you can see the seasoning in it. It smells just like Abuelita's house too. Y'all know I lived on the West Coast for about 10 years or so. So, and did. And did. And I had made some rice and cooked it in the juices from the meat. Baby, it was so good. My daughter woke up talking about, Mama. It still smelled good. And did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She said, oh, yeah, Mom. They said, you know she pregnant. So she was like, ooh. I said, right. I ain't had to do this in a minute. Had to bust out all the old stuff. She didn't have no taco seasoning, so I had to make some. You said no meds 3.5 years now and been selling for 3 years. Thanks to the knowledge learned and apply here. Thanks, Dad. And WRU. Listen. Homemade tamales, girl. Yes, they are. And I hope they put the olive in them. I'm just trying to make it to the big feast in heaven. I want to taste them heavenly crab boils from the ocean and the sky. That part, auntie. Now my stomach growling. That part. That part. And we not better than nobody else. But if you want to learn about the word, you definitely going to get it here. And not just the word, because the Bible, okay, what does the Bible say about going to the apothecaries? Got diagnosed with ADHD, excuse me, at 37 just recently, y'all. They want to give me Adderall. Doing my research on it now. I'm trying to, the hardest to survive without it. Y'all pray for me, girl. You know that's legal coke, right? I told you ADHD is your superpower. That's what baby. Yeah. Adderall is legal coke, honey. Yeah. Hey, cousin, listen. It is. Yes, I'm very sick. Sarah just told you. Sarah, anybody that know. And the other one is meth. What is it? I can't think of it. What's the other one? Adderall is coke, and the other one is meth. I can't think of it. I think I have it too, but I ain't taking no medication for mine. Y'all, ADHD is a superpower. It means you can focus on a million things at one time. Stop trying to focus on one thing and focus on several. Trying to say riddling. You said my son was diagnosed with ADHD. We don't do no meds. You'll get through it just fine. What works, right? Yep, I was trying to put my oldest one on that medicine, talking about because he can't sit still in class. I said no. Yeah, the Bible mentions the apothecary for fairly in the Old Testament, focusing on skills in blending spices and oil. Right. That's exactly what I do in real time. Right. Me too. Me too. That's how I can have 10 books open and reading them simultaneously, and it all makes sense. And this is why they want people to dial it back with meds. My kids needs grown and productive now. Yeah. And the pain meds you get under anesthesia is that Fenty. If you catch my... Oh, yeah, no. Listen. Listen, I told y'all. The ex that just passed away is the one that told me that the medicine they put me on for lupus was heroin. He said, this is synthetic heroin. I said, no wonder I can't get up. Why would you give a mom of 26, what is that medicine called? Oh, I can't think of what it's called right now. My menopause brain is going. Tramadol. And they had me on, thank you, Sarah. They had me on the highest thing. And when I quit taking it, I only took it 3 times a day or 4 times a day, like the doctor said. Baby, I had all the side effects of a person kicking heroin. That's why I don't take no more medicine. I'm kicking it with y'all, coloring and watching a movie right now. No meds. You'll be okay. No, I know. I work in anesthesia. All the meds are heroin, opium, and Fontana. Yep. All of them. All of them. Tramadol is bad for kidneys and pancreas. Yes, it is. And that's why I quit taking it. And I haven't taken prescription medication since 2009. Well, I sold health insurance, and there's a lot of people on that. Listen, a lot of kids that be on ADHD medicine end up on meth and coke and heroin because it's the same substance. If you have ADHD medicine, it's methamphetamine or methamphetamine, however you say that. That tramadol will send you off mentally gone, and will and do. Look it up. It's all the same. It's all the same medicine. And they get paid on both, and do. And do. No anxiety meds in over 3 years over here. Come on, Kim. I'm undiagnosed, but y'all know it's something wrong with me. We got this. Is. 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 I told y'all what my mama said. Y'all already know. Then she basically called me a psychopath. Hello. He said, I used to be on over 20 meds a day at one time, and now I'm down to 4. Come on, Steph. I learned over here. Come on, Tramadol had my whole body red and couldn't think. Come on. Healthcare is a business, point blank, period. They don't never mean to make you well. Yep, they put my adopted brother on that, and now he is older, and he got into those. You just said, I'm trying to tell you. I think all illnesses are suppressed superpowers. They are. Sickle cell, and ever since I seen Supercell on Netflix, I've been wondering because they play with our faces. Yes. Yes, and when you realize you see those spirits, those are spirits behind the medicines. You don't know how to deal with it. All of that, all of that, and that you could heal yourself without medicine. Honestly, I think I've had it, but never been diagnosed. My clients always laugh because my conversations and things. Okay, let me ask y'all this: do y'all think I could have studied all of this stuff in 10 years if I didn't have ADHD? Seriously. Think about how many subjects we've talked about, and most of that study came in 10 to 12 years. It wouldn't have worked. I couldn't have put this part and be like, oh my God, oh yeah, it's in that book. And then, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. No, because most people are like this. ADHD is a superpower. I'm trying to tell you what I know, because that's how when I'm home and I have my beautiful library behind me, I can say, oh my God, we read this in another book. Wait a minute. Okay, yep, boom. My mind remembers. It's putting the pieces together all at one time. Why are you trying to stop that? Incredible. You show right. And that's how I can keep up. I'm trying to, it's a superpower. It is, Nisi Poo. Listen, you said not even the asthma medicine. I don't like to give it to my kids the natural way. And the doctors say, continue doing what I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah. You said now my department using the pain part of weed only to heal folks. No addiction. And my doctor too. Let me take my prescription as we speak. Working already. I had a dream that they had everybody in a camp and they wanted to block them from the sun, because if the sun was to get them their superpowers, it would unlock. It was really a random dream. Absolutely not. I be struggling because I have OCD and need things to be in a certain order. Can't have clutter, girl. Throw some stuff on the floor. Just throw it on the floor. He said, yes, I'm the exact same way. Some people say ADHD is not real. It's not an illness or a defect. It's a superpower. I've been saying it. To be controlled. Right. 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 Remember I told y'all that everything that they said is a sickness is a superpower. They say that autism is a mental illness. Is it? Because all of the niggas that I know that got autism is smart as hell. Now they might not talk, but them niggas can tell you what's in them. They can see. They can see. They can remember. That one boy, they say he autistic, and he can look at a whole city, fly over it for 30 minutes, and then sketch it without ever seeing it again. What do you mean? That's a superpower. Only a sickness because it's not normal, right? And what's normal is raggedy. I don't want to be normal. My 70-something-year-old grandma don't take no medicine, no blood pressure, no heart pill or nothing, right? Danny says, no joke, OCD was bad for me when I was young. I don't have it now. The folks with a touch of the tism be smart as a whip and they learn languages fast. Girl, what I tell you, my oldest daughter kept telling me, she said, Mom, we think you autistic. I said, I might be, because y'all see these soft clothes. And I don't like nobody touching me. And let me show you something. Everywhere I go. it, it, everywhere I go. Can y'all hear me? Every single place I go, I'm gonna have me some of these so I can zone the world out. Hello, don't play with me. Listen, mm. Ain't gonna keep some soft clothes on. What you mean? You said autism, ADHD, dyslexia, all superpowers. A little girl with dyslexia can read and write ancient languages. Superpowers. My brother had dyslexia and smart as a whip. I'm trying to tell you. He said I was pulled out of my classroom in the 70s and tested. Yep, I'm autistic and ADHD. Exactly. My grandson has autism and he will draw a telescope in school. And he drew the whole window and the telescope and a person looking through it at age 8. Exactly. Auntie, I literally cannot laugh out loud. Like, it throws me into a whole mood. Everything has its place. Put it where it belongs. Y'all pray for my husband because he be getting put through the ringer. That's why God gave you him. My mama, OCD. My daddy, messy as hell. And I already know the next person God gives me, if he gives me one, they're going to be a clean freak. Certain things have to be in place, like my books and stuff. Y'all know I don't like that. But, yeah. I already know. Now, my books and stuff, they got to be in a place. Go in that room. Go in that room. Ain't no telling what you're going to see in there. Snacks on the bed, socks on the floor. The man that I was dating, he had OCD. Baby, I came back I was outside getting my meds in. Came back in the room. Baby, he had all my bras laid out. He washed my drawers. My bag just thrown in there. Everything that he had. When we went to Texas, baby, everything was like, he laid all his watches and stuff out. He had all his colognes set up. I was like, oh, God. My stuff was thrown on the floor on the side of the bed, all jumbled in. He was taking his dirty clothes and folding them up and putting them in. I was throwing them in the closet, nigga. What? His side of the car, everything was all set up. My side, girl, listen. I said, oh, you gonna fold my clothes? Okay, I'm gonna let you do it too. Then I said, are you sure you wanna marry me? Cause baby, you gonna be sad every day. Listen, you said, me too. I'm the one on the spectrum. Listen, I be having too many things I gotta focus on. Percy Jackson was told half-bloods are ADHD dyslexic and their brains are wired to read ancient Greek. Exactly. I was too. You said this is freeing. I'm so happy you love it here. I am. My ex literally stopped folding clothes because I refolded clothes that he folded. Girl, you my mama. Because I didn't. Now, I will now. See, I got a little bit of OCD, but it's only for certain things. It's only for certain things. Like my towels have to be folded a certain way. And so, like my clothes, like certain things, they gotta be now it's in there. Right? But I'm well balanced, like serious. I'm well balanced. I'm trying to tell you. Cause you can go in my office and everything will be where it need to be, and then go in my room and it look like a hurricane hit it. And I'm fine with both. But the towels, let me go get this towel. Listen, man. I'm about to. Oh, here going one of my daughter's towels. We're just gonna use this one, and yes, it's she do what she do with it. So let me show you. This ain't my towel, but it's gotta be half. Cause if you put a flat towel in my thing, we gonna have a problem. This is how my towels have to be folded, and when you put them in the cabinet, this part need to be at the front, not this part. Okay. This is how all my towels need to look. And when I open my closet, if this part is right there, I'm gonna be mad. Now my ex-husband, this is how he used to fold his towels and put them in the cabinet. This irritates the hell out of me. Don't do that. You said I do mine the exact same, but but hot dog. Listen, if I look into your cabinet and it's like this, I'm gonna want to refold all your towels. I'm telling you right now, it needs to be this, and it needs to have this part in the front. You said y'all don't want to know how I fold towels. Listen, it needs to look all my towels. So when they stacked up, they look like this. This is how it needs to look right here. Just like this. You said that's how I fold mine. You said I'm going to refold them. Listen, I believe we all learn how to fold our towels that way. Some people don't. Because my ex-husband, and then most of my exes, I make them fold their towels this way. I make them. Like, when we got together, because most of the men I know, they fold their towels like this. This is how their towels be in the cat. This drives me crazy. And I will refold now, my washcloths be like this. My washcloths are the only towels in there because I fold them, flip them in half and flip them. That's fine. But my bigger towels, no. You better fold it in 3. You better fold it right. You said my aunt rolled her towels. Uh-huh. My dad was like, why are you doing origami with my dang towels? Listen, I will flip out if the towels isn't folded, girl. Listen, I fold mine a little different. They have a place in my cabinet. Listen. Don't you have no flat towels in there? You said, I honestly used to fold flat like that, but Joe said no, so that's what I do now. Thank you, Joe. Get her right, Joe. Get her right, because that ain't how they supposed to be. They supposed to be like this and facing forward like that. And normally this is even. It ain't off like that. That's how it's supposed to look in here. Like this. Thank you for getting her together, Joe. Because what is you doing? This takes space. See how nice it looks? Even if you... You said mine are folded into a roll and tucked into itself. Yeah, that's because you was in the Army. My auntie folded her towels like that too because she was in the Army. That's because y'all be in the Army. Army people do that. A lot of people that have been in the armed services or jail fold their towels like that. I guess it's the same thing. You said, I'm like that with my fitted sheets if they not folded right. Ooh-wee. Hey, Yolanda. You said my tissue gotta come from under or I will literally switch your tissue. Yes. You don't want the older, you want the over. I mean, you don't want the over, you want the under. Come on. You said listen, I'm like that with my fitted sheets. Well, I missed some. I remember trying to put my husband's socks away. He literally undid them and did it all over. Yeah. At my mama's house, you better roll them socks up. Listen, you said us dyslexic ADDers get along with you OCDers. Not or jail, but that is true. Yes, tissue got to be. You said my tissue got to come from under, so you don't want it coming over. You want it coming under. That part. You said I'm specific about how my money is. It has to face the same way or in a yeah. That come from being a scripper for me, so I could count it fast. Now let's refolding our towels. Now Auntie is putting us to work. Listen, I will sneak and do it. That part. You said, Daddy, some hotels have them like that too. You said, I knew my son was when he was 5. I would line his toys up from the smallest to the biggest and color code it. Yeah, that come from my mama. I do that too. You said, yep, Joe didn't like how I folded his socks and drawers. I got it now though. I'm trying to tell you, get my stuff right. Don't do that. And that's funny because like my pants in my closet, yeah, like when I fold my pants, right? I bought these for my daughter. When I fold my pants, they have to be on a hanger like this, right? All the front of the pants need to be this way. It can't be one pair of pants like this and the other pair of pants like this. It can't be that. All the front of the pants need to be a certain way. All of the fronts of the shirts need to be a certain way. Now, will it be all pushed in there? Yes. But if I go and see that this pair of pants is this way and this pair of pants is this way, oh, I'm gonna lose it. No. All the pants need to go. Like the front of the pants. So when I snatch them down, it don't snatch the other pair down. Crazy. I know. Just as crazy as I want. And look, see if I got to fold them and put them up, it's perfect. Boom. You see it? You see how quickly that just went on and folded right on in there? You see it? Because y'all know I got a shelf in my closet. And so, I don't got no dressers. You said, is that gray hair? You look like you're about 25. I'm 46. My daughter's about to be that age. It's a ton of gray hair. Love it too. I'm a grandma about to be 6. Too much order for me. I choose chaos. Now, right now, because I don't have dressers, I got buckets in the bottom. My socks and stuff just thrown in there. I got a bucket for my drawers and stuff. That's thrown in there. But like my bras hang up on the hooks right now because I ain't got no dressers and I ain't getting none until I move into a house. I don't have any room in my room. But yeah, certain things have to be a certain way. So my friend calls it organized chaos. Listen, too much order for me. Listen, you said talk to be the same person. I eat things in certain numbers as well. Hilarious. I have my pants and shirts like that, color coordinated. If the buttons of the shirts, I will put the button shirt together. With the shirts that are. Listen, I group and organize my groceries on that belt in the supermarket too. Yes, because that's easier to put them away. I got organized chaos and do. Some stuff be all over the place and some stuff gotta have a place. Them towels for sure. And my cups. I don't like my cups all thrown. We talked about this already. But think about it. If you think about it, was Jesus not organized chaos? Wasn't Jesus organized chaos? You said, what about my ice? I have an ice maker. It doesn't really matter. Jesus was organized chaos. He came to undo the systems that were there, but he put things into place. Jesus was organized chaos. Hello. You said life itself is organized chaos. Is. Everything is folded neatly in the drawer, panty, socks, and oh, you sound like my mama. Nice and neat. It better be nice and neat. See, and that's crazy too, because I had to undo everything my mom taught me about neatness, because when I told y'all, church clothes, school clothes, play clothes, we had to hang up our dirty clothes. There was a section in our closet for dirty clothes. And it was the stuff that she was going to take to the cleaners and stuff. Okay? If she looked in my drawer and all of my underwear and bras were not set in a Noah, no. Mr. Fences, that would be your mom not spitting you out and letting you stay. That was the biggest mistake humanity ever made. Letting you make it to full term. Okay. Hello, Jenny. Well, right. Moving on. My shirts and dresses is one closet, and sweats and jeans is another closet. Shorts and skirts in another closet. Right. Right. Anything else? Who remembers the name? Who remembers the name? Who remembers who was slaves first? Let's teach Noah. Who remember what the name of the slaves was first? Tell me. We learned this early on. We gonna help him. What was it, Sarah? White Sarah. Can you please tell white Noah? Yes, but no. Yeah, they were the enslavers. But do you guys remember the name of the white slaves that got 40 acres and a mule first? Mm-mm. Memluks. Memluks. They were the Slavic. The whole name Slav comes from slave. The difference between white folks and black folks is the black Arabs actually gave their slaves, once they did their service, they gave them 40 acres and a mule. You need to even understand where that comes from. But I know you don't. So you think that's going to irritate me. But the black slave owners actually did what they were supposed to do. When the white Slavic people served their time, they got 40 acres and a mule, silly. Now, the white slave owners didn't keep their word, but the black slave owners did. You'll want to go back further than just America or Amorica while you claiming something as your land. Oh, okay. Don't come over here on Learn, because we will school you. Move along. You can't send me back to nowhere because I was here first, idiot. That's how I know you're unlearned. We don't. No, it wasn't. Go away, Noah. We don't care, baby, because we know when people don't understand. Hello. Hello. No, the white Arabs killed the black slaves, not the original. Okay. Okay, Noah, let me let you have your life because you're an idiot. Okay. Again, you don't get white from black, but you can get black from. You don't get black from whites, but you will get white from black. You need to study science, honey. You looking at Mother Earth right now. A white woman, the only way she can have anything other than white is to have it with someone else. A black woman will have every phenotype that you see. But I understand that you don't study science, so then you're just going to spout out silly stuff. Every indigenous land started with this right here. Matter of fact, we just did it last night. I am the original. I can have a white baby, an Asian baby, an Indian baby, but a white woman only spitting out white babies unless she mates with somebody else. That's why y'all be intimidated when they do. Hello. I can have a blonde-haired, blue-eyed baby with a black man. I can have an Asian baby with a black man because I am the mother of all races. Hello. But you don't know that because you don't read. You just watch Fox News. Hello. The mother of all races. That's why I used to tell you, when racist folks, and then when they come in, I said, don't talk to your mother like that. You're not my mother, but I am. Columbus in his journal said the indigenous people were copper colored with woolly hair. We been here, right? That's why I don't, listen, they gonna be real sad when they see Jesus. That's why he said they gonna waste away in what do you call it? They gonna waste away. When they find out Jesus was we just did it yesterday. Where my penny at? It said Jesus was copper colored. Let me go get another one for my daughter. I think I gave her penny back. Let's do it. I probably got a dirty one in my purse. Let's see. I think I gave her penny back yesterday. I'm sure I got one in this purse somewhere. It probably got some gum on it and do. Hold on, let me get my glasses on. Yep, it's a stupid person. Oh, what's that? As my grandbaby say. You said Jesus was copper colored. You mean like this? You mean like this? You mean like this? You mean like this? I was just thinking about that today when I looked at my little Jesus figurine. I gotta find the right color ones. Come on, Sarah. You mean Jesus is, you mean like this? You mean like this? That's why they make the copper one the least valued. You think that, and his face is turned the other way. Do we not think that that was planned? And I believe my hair look like wool, don't it? Oh, okay. We not deceived over here. About nothing. Oh. It said the locks of Jesus's hair. The locks. Not the tresses, the locks. Samson had 7 locks. 7. You mean he had wigs? Like the men in Florida that stick up real big. He had 7 locks. He wasn't walking around looking like my precious with 7 little stringy pieces of hair. He had 7 locks. And this is why they don't want black people wearing locks, because our hair literally absorbs electricity out of the air, because the same way that my coily hair, it looks exactly like your copper coil that's on the inside of all of your devices. Or did you not know? Oh, okay. I'll just leave this here for anybody else that needs it. Oh, okay. Solomon even said he was black and comely. He said he was black and fine. Girl, and yes. Ah. And so was Joseph, girl. So was Joseph. Not looking like a golem. Come on. Come on. What you mean? We just gonna leave this penny here. We just gonna leave it. Ain't nobody worried about none of that. You said, huh? You said what? You said Samuel had that Bethlehem blowout. Come on. What you mean? They was looking like Adam that be doing that dance. You said, so the name David was also, you said, so that means David was also black and fine, and Jesus descended from David. He did, girl. Ooh, I told you, I know all of them niggas was, I know Abraham was fine. All of them was fine. Yeah. Who has the other Bible and it tells us who got what from Adam? Somebody had his nose, somebody had his eyes, somebody had this. That's why they was gouged out. Remember? That's why the people hated them, because they looked like Adam. That's how I know Adam. Baby, can't nobody tell me Adam didn't look like this right here. Hold on. I know this is what Adam looked like. I know it is. I know this is what Adam looked like. Hold on. I knowed it. I knowed it. I knowed it. Hold on. And now my TikTok don't want to work. Give me 1 second. I know that's what he looked like. Seriously, I literally just watched the video. That's wild. Hold on. I'm about to show y'all. I know. I know what it is. I know what it is. I know what it is. I was watching E. Kane. So, y'all know she's one of my guilty pleasures. I love that girl. Where are you at? Not him. Wait a minute. I found him, but hold on. That ain't the video I want to look at. Right here. No. Yeah, this right. But he ain't the one though. Hey, where'd it go? I just looked at it. There we go. Is he gonna show his face? No. We gonna use this one. That's Adam right there, honey. Ooh wee! That's what Adam looked like right there, honey. You can't. Good morning. Do you need something?
No, I'm about to. I need to go. What's it called? To McDonald's and get a chicken sandwich.
Okay.
Do you want something from there? No. Okay.
I know that's what Adam looked like. I just had a picture of him, and baby, listen, the way the sun was glistening all over his, listen, that black, yeah. I know that was what Adam looked like, just beautiful. Just beautiful. I was looking for it's a certain video where they show him and his sister. And I'm saying, yep, that's Adam and Eve right there. That is Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve was 30 feet tall. I feel like Tupac had Adam's eyes because he had the most beautiful eyes. Please stop, my eyes be taking me places I shouldn't be going, smelling like cocoa butter and sandalwood. Girl. Adam was 30 feet, remember? We know for a fact. Adam, Seth, and the other one was 30 feet tall, remember? Remember, we have the book, the Og of Bashan, and that's where we found out that in the 1900s, early 1900s, they knew, or late 1800s, remember? They found, this is how we found out Noah was 210 feet tall. We know this for a fact. Adam, Seth, and Abel's graves are in Lebanon and anti-Lebanon. Yeah, they 30 feet tall. They was, ooh, way. I bet the angels fine too, though. You got to think the angels is like where we get our, some of them, not the crazy ones, but the humanoid angels are where, I mean, those were the first like sons of God. So he probably used them as the molds. That's why them women, they said that they was, you know how what they said about the angels. That they had the parts like animals, horses, as a matter of fact. I know you will. You said God sent is frankincense and myrrh, best sin in the world. Don't forget now. Yeah, you know what they said. Yeah. So, amen. Hallelujah. So anyway, we was supposed to be talking about the end of the world. We ain't left the beginning. Hello. Yes. Yes. So when people come in here talking crazy, y'all, we know the truth. And this isn't that we don't love any other race or we don't love any other color. We do. But we gonna tell you the truth, and you gonna learn the truth over here. Right. How much what's the name we got? Oh, we at 38%. Okay, so look, let this charge up for about 20 minutes. Can we do that? And that'll probably give us enough charge to do what we need to do, and then we'll finally get back to Baruch, because we ain't ever got over there. But we at 38%, and it's not gonna last through class. So it is 12:39. So give me till about 1:15. Okay, give me till about 1:15, and then or I don't know what time it is where you are, but that's about 30 minutes, and we should get enough juice. They said, why can't you be Beyonce? My daddy wasn't businessman. Mom wasn't business owner. Okay, so give me about 30 minutes. Let us get this charged up. Same at my 31. Okay, good. So let's get some juice in this. I'm gonna shut it off so that way we can go ahead and get a full charge. And then it's 12:40, so about 1:15 or so. Okay. All right. I love y'all.